And we begin with the growing mystery over the death of accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, who died by suicide.
Two top leaders of the FBI say they are certain that Jeffrey Epstein took his own life while in prison, and they pledged to release surveillance video that proves it.
As someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
Prior to his role with the FBI, Bongino was known for expressing his belief that Epstein had been killed by someone.
He killed himself.
Her overall reaction as you hear that this video could actually be released?
Well, a lot like my clients for the last almost 20 years now, we'll believe it when we see it.
The evidence we have in our files clearly indicates that it was, in fact, a suicide. We do have video. It's not the greatest video in the world. I don't want to set expectations on fire.
New information tonight in the death of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein that's sure to add fuel to the conspiracy theories. Federal prosecutors say surveillance video from Epstein's suicide attempt less than 3 weeks before he was found dead in his cell was destroyed. The feds say the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan inadvertently preserved video from outside the wrong cell. What's more, prosecutors say because of technical errors, a backup system for the video wasn't working either.
Breaking developments in the Jeffrey Epstein investigation this morning. In fact, a new report about his apparent suicide detailing what the autopsy found, reports of multiple broken bones in his neck. Also, the officers who were supposed to be watching him, did they doctor the log?
We are now learning of serious irregularities at this facility that are deeply concerning.
Right here, heading for the medical examiner's office. The FBI and the Department of Justice have already launched investigations into a death at what was supposed to be a high-security jail. And tonight, those security lapses are fueling the outrage for Epstein's accusers, who already fear they will not see justice.
Learned that the 66-year-old was supposed to be checked on by guards every 30 minutes since he was taken off suicide watch late July. And that did not happen on the night of his death. Epstein was also supposed to be housed with a cellmate and not left alone, but he was left alone. And we're also learning that both guards that were on duty that night were on overtime, one of them working his 5th overtime shift that week alone.
ABC News has learned guards were supposed to check on the alleged sex trafficker every 30 minutes. Sources say that protocol was not followed in the hours before he was discovered. Epstein's death comes less than 24 hours after 2,000 pages of new documents were made public.
Any co-conspirators should not rest easy.
At this point, given the failures by the federal government in handling this case over so many years on behalf of the victims, we don't trust the federal government at all.
You know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
I don't know if you've spoken with your clients at all, but do they see this video, if it does exist, as something that could bring closure, or do they see it as maybe another distraction from holding Epstein's enablers accountable?
It's a complete distraction. The Attorney General said that she was going to release the full Epstein files. What she released was merely a duplicate of what everyone already had. What we want on behalf of the victims is to release the videos from inside the homes of Epstein, both in the islands, Palm Beach, and in Manhattan, where the FBI confiscated those videos showing other people that were visiting Epstein at his mansion. That's what the victims want for closure, is for all of the people that were part of this sex conspiracy to be held to justice.